up, everybody? It's your girl, Nikolé, and welcome to Season 2, Episode 4 of Spin and Spill Podcast. I'm your host, Nikolé.
And I'm your co-host, Lady T.
And today we have a very special guest. Okay, so our guest today is proof that hard work, vision, and community can change the entire nightlife landscape, okay? Born in Hawthorne and now based in Santa Ana, David Ho, better known as DHO, co-founded Academy of DJs back in 2015, all right? Creating a platform that's launched the careers of so many DJs, including myself. And, you know, he is just going above and beyond when it comes to mentoring the next generation. And he's also been co-owner of some of California's biggest nightlife venues like Arena K-Town, Arena SF, Arena OC, Sip Boba Lounge, Opal Social Club. He's made impactful moves in the past, being a part of a collective also called Inviscus, and he crushes it as an international and local open format DJ and is a true definition of being a legend. DHO, welcome to Spin and Spill.
Thank you for that incredible introduction. But also you missed one nightclub, Arena SF.
Wait. Oh, no, I said that.
Oh, you did?
Sure
She did.
Never mind. I missed that. You said that.
See, that's what happens when you're in the nightlife. You know, the hearing, the hearing ain't so good
Actually,
no
my
more.
hearing's terrible. Yeah.
I'm sure. Wait, which ear is better for you, right or left?
My right ear is really bad.
Really?
That's usually where the monitor is.
Oh. My right ear is better than my left.
Oh.
Yeah, my left ear is like not as great anymore. My right ear, I'm just like,
I also, like, my headphones is on my right when I cue, so this one's really bad.
oh, that's right. You wear it like on the side like
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
How do you wear your headphones, T?
To be honest, I don't really use headphones.
She's like, what headphones?
Well, excuse me.
Actually, I like having my headphone on my right ear and then off.
Yeah.
But I recently bought the Reloop single headphone, so now I never have that issue again.
What's that?
You pick it up? Is that one? Or?
Yeah.
It's like a phone?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
How do you like that? Like, does that get in the way of you like doing stuff?
No, not at all. Because for me, I don't need to listen for very long when I'm mixing. I know within like 1 second if it sounds good or not, and then I just put it down. And I don't like how headphones like fuck up my hair. My hair gets caught in them, and then when I pull off the headphones out of my neck, my hair gets pulled out, and I'm just like, fuck this. I'm gonna just get the Reloop single headphone. Bang actually put me on. He let me use it, and I was using it. I'm like, oh, this is sick. Use it. Okay, put it down.
Yeah.
You
know something as a guy that is, I don't think girl DJs have understood is the brim of the hat helps you so much. Because the headphone rests, like the top of the headphone rests there. So you have it like here and it rests on your brim of your hat.
I thought about marketing myself wearing a hat for that purpose, but I just sweat too much. And then like it was pictures, I don't want my face looking all greasy and oily.
I was gonna say it'd be bad for makeup too
Yeah.
if you're doing like a full beat that day and then the makeup is sweating and then it's not.
Can't relate. So.
Yeah, you know, we go through different things here.
Different problems, for sure.
A lot of different problems. But I agree with you with the hair and the pulling. That shit's so annoying because I wear it behind my neck.
Yeah.
So I go like this, and then sometimes it just messes the hair. It's a lot going on.
Well,
so
great introduction. Thank you.
So with that being said, T, we're gonna move on to Soundcheck segments. If you want to take it away.
DHO,
Yeah.
what was your first gig?
Oh my gosh. Like my first ever gig?
Yeah.
I think I was like 13. I started when I was 13.
Wow.
Like a friend's birthday party, like backyard.
Oh, fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
Would you say you were really good at the time? Or?
Yeah, I was super good. No, it was terrible. You know, in those times in 2003, I believe, it was just records. So I just played records. At the time, they played they had like compilation records, like Lethal Weapon. And I would just I had like 12 records. So I played every single song I had and just kept on going.
Oh,
I
that's
was gonna
super
say, like,
cool.
what was your setup? Like,
I had Gemini turntables and a Gemini mixer. And my dad's like amplifier from home and just like a random speaker. But yeah, that was my setup.
nice.
My parents did not approve of it. So I had to sneak it out. Yeah.
Oh, so
How do you sneak that out?
I know. Like,
my friend's uncle who was cool, like, yo, can we load the car real quick? And we stopped at the house with the car.
how do you sneak it out? So there's people who like sneak out to party. You snuck out to DJ.
You're right.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
I love it. What is your dream back to back?
Oh wow, that's interesting. I haven't thought about that. The first person that comes to mind is Qbert because that's the guy who got me into DJing. Although we probably wouldn't like mesh in the head because he's like a scratch DJ and I'm like open format more so. But that would be like a bucket list back to back. Yeah.
Yeah, well, who knows? Maybe it could still happen.
Yeah, yeah.
Who knows? Maybe you could just like bring out some extras because you know how to scratch. You know?
Yeah.
You taught us how to
not
scratch.
Not even
like-
close to keyboard, but yes.
Are you a night owl or an early bird?
Oh, absolutely a night owl. I slept at like 4:30 last night, so
I beat you 6:30.
that's degenerate.
I'm surprised I don't see you at the afters more often.
You know, I'm old, so even though I sleep late, I like to like wind down for like 2 hours. I need a doom scroll. So like last night I got home at like 3:30, and even though I was pretty tired, I had to go on TikTok for like an hour to be like, this is what I do.
Isn't that crazy now? We're like so programmed. Like
Yeah.
TikTok is part of our wind down.
Yeah,
now. We
it
don't
is.
read books. I mean, there's people that read books, so
Right.
don't get me wrong. But like I do that too.
Yeah.
Like my wind down part of that routine
Yeah.
is scrolling
Yeah.
until I'm like falling asleep with my phone in my hand.
It's the new meta of books.
Yeah.
TikTok.
Toxic.
It's still-
That's-
I mean,
we're so
I would
toxic.
say if your algorithm's good, it's still educational.
It can
I
be,
agree.
for sure. Unless like just don't do Twitter. I would say do TikTok.
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel like that's a better curated algorithm.
Yeah.
But if you're doom scrolling on like Twitter or X, whatever it's called
Right.
now, that's depression.
Is
And
it?
you'll
It's
have-
toxic as
Is it?
fuck.
Yeah, anytime I do that,
Oh.
I have like anxiety nightmares. So I did that
Yeah.
last night, and I had anxiety nightmares about today.
Wow.
Literally, it was bad.
So this is kind of a side note, but I don't go on Twitter, but I have like sometimes I go on Instagram Threads just because it like pops up on my IG.
Yeah.
And I guess the Instagram Threads thinks like my algorithm's all music and DJing.
Same.
And I just go scroll through DJs like unfiltered thoughts, and I'm just like, dude, are you guys okay?
no,
Like,
No,
why are
they're
you
not
so mad
okay.
at everything.
we're gonna get to that in a second. But
They're
like,
so mad at everything.
honestly, the DJ threads is probably one of the maybe third worst thing to happen to the DJ community if you're online
Yeah.
because some people really have
No one's ever happy.
no.
Yeah.
No one's satisfied. No one's happy. No one's enjoying
The
the moment.
audacity.
Everyone's
Yeah.
like, oh, they're just watching me. There's no support. Your strangers show up more than your friends do because your friends aren't your fans.
Right.
They're not.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
sorry.
good.
I'm just really
Yeah.
passionate about that one. That-
Sorry to bring that up.
no, it's fine because like the DJ threads really grind my gears.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
really do because
Yeah.
they're just mad all the time.
Right, I agree.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Thread sounds like it's your trigger.
I think so. I think so. We found it.
We
There you
found
go.
it. What is your biggest green flag or red flag behind the booth? Please give us both.
While DJing. Oh, okay, great. That's a good question.
We came in
We
ready.
can start with the red flags because I know those for sure.
Okay.
At my first nightclub, Arena K-Town, we didn't have stage rules, and that was part of like the aura, right? Like just cram a bunch of people back on the stage.
Fuck it.
And
Oh,
I
yeah.
think the most annoying thing is just like people consistently bumping into you, or worst case bumping into the equipment. I've had several times where people like elbowed the play button, where it stopped the music, or they would be like, "Oh, cool buttons," and they would just press it. And
Oh,
it's like, jumps
I
the queue.
hate
Why
people
do
that
you
do that.
I think just people are just drunk.
But like even on my drunkest day, even before I was a DJ, I would never.
yeah,
Same.
Yeah.
I would never. Like
I think owning nightclubs has made me think the worst in people, but in a good way. Like,
Okay.
I don't put it past people anymore. Like, I absolutely always assume the worst in everyone, but in a good way. Like, oh, of course they would do that because
Yeah.
it's available. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like a parent with a little kid, like, oh yeah, they're gonna get into that. Like, so owning nightclubs has made me very senile about how like rudimentary drunk people get. They're just like, ooh, cool shiny button. You know what I mean? So like,
Nothing
in case-
surprises you anymore.
no. It actually calms me down because like, oh, of course they did that, you know?
You're like little children.
We little children, yeah. But biggest red flag is people bumping personal space, and like also like you're working with equipment, like don't touch it.
Yeah.
The green flags, I think people who bring me water. A lot of people don't do that. A lot of people bring me shots, and I'm like, okay, thanks, but also
You're one of those people. I swear, I can't go nowhere where you're at and you don't have a shot ready
Right.
to pour the whole bottle. No, this
Yeah.
man right here.
No shot glasses.
None.
He
Yeah.
has the whole bottle.
And if you say no,
yeah,
he'll look at you.
Tilt your head back.
and make you feel bad. And he'll just, and
yeah.
then it's all good though.
Yeah, I mean, sorry. But I think the biggest green flag is people who look out for your well-being rather than
yeah.
your party being, if that makes sense.
That makes sense, yeah.
There's a lot of friends of mine who are like, I just went to Hawaii recently. I just spent at a place called the District, and I met with some old college friends of mine who live in Hawaii now, and they also blocked off the DJ booth. So I had a table like adjacent, but they blocked off the booth because like some ballers bought it, and he was like fighting the security guard, like, that's my friend, I need to get him water, and
A real one.
yeah, and I was like,
Wow.
yeah, dude, that's my friend, dude.
That's my friend. Let him through.
Thanks. Yeah, and I needed that water, so that's a big green flag.
I love that. Do you prefer an opening set or a closing set?
Closing for sure, just because I think that it's more of a challenge, where you know how people don't have much energy left and you have not many songs left, but I have deep crates that I can be like, you know what, let's jab them with this and that and the other. Whereas opening, I feel like it's a little easy in my opinion. You know,
Yeah.
you can play whatever recurrent.
Yeah. I like your closing sets. Your closing sets are really fun.
Thank you, I
Like,
appreciate that.
especially just certain combos you do. It's like,
Yeah,
oh, he's
yeah.
about to do the thing.
Yeah.
And then you do the thing and everyone goes crazy.
Yeah.
So
Thank you, I appreciate that.
we love a DHO closing set.
Yeah,
Yes.
closing's fun.
If not DJing, what does your Friday night look like?
Oh, if I'm not DJing? That's a good question. I think like the introvert of me is like playing video games, right? But
You're an introvert?
yeah, absolutely.
Really?
Wild.
Yeah. I'm a introvert that's camouflaged as an extrovert. For sure. Yeah.
okay.
What about an ambivert?
What's that?
Isn't that like a dinosaur that eats both, like plants and meat?
Well, I think in
Omnivore,
this, is it, or like you're both.
Huh?
Ambivert in
Oh,
this case would mean
Yeah,
you're both.
maybe I'm an ambivert. But I think like growing up, I was absolutely introvert. Like my first 7 years of DJing, like I couldn't drink anyways. But like even when I was 21, I didn't drink. I didn't drink until I was like way into my DJ career.
Really?
Just because I was just like, this is what I'm here for. This is my job. Like I'm
Yeah.
a nerd. Yeah.
Yeah.
No
So-
wonder you look so young for your age.
Right?
No, I drink a lot now. So
Let's go catch up to you
yeah,
at like
maybe
65.
maybe I'm just like balancing the tides of time. But yeah, I would say I'm naturally introvert. My Friday night would like naturally probably be playing like games or like hanging out with friends like in a small setting. But nowadays I'm just so connected and like so used to the industry that I'm typically going out to support people, whether it be students or whether it be industry. So if I'm not DJing, I'm out still. I like to be.
What's like your favorite, if you're going to support, what's your favorite event to go to,
Good question.
support right now?
I'm lately enjoying like the bar open format events. Like people are like theming their events to something. I think it's nice to have a change of scenery. I think that the club game has been oversaturated and marketed for a while now, and especially like the throwback events that are like, oh my gosh, I've heard Love by Keisha Cole so many times at this point. You know what I mean? Like it's not even. It's like almost cringy to hear the 90s and 2000s songs at this point.
Is that your trigger?
I don't want to say it's a trigger, but it's like so old to me. You know, like we've been playing that playbook for too long. I
Right.
think. Yeah. So when I see DJs try to flip a playbook, try to do something new in a smaller space, I enjoy that.
Wow, I love that. So I do want to move on to the next segment, and we call
Go
it
for it.
The Drop, okay?
The drop, okay.
Oh, yes, this is basically all about you, okay?
Oh,
So,
me? Oh, my gosh,
yeah,
I'm
so,
shocked.
yeah, no, walk us through, more of your journey a bit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So how did you go from, studying mechanical engineering
Right.
at Cal State Long Beach
Right.
to running nightclubs and starting a game-changing DJ school? Like, how,
Okay.
at what point?
Yeah, that's a good question. It's going to be a long-winded answer.
Yeah, we have time.
So again, I was an introvert and nerd growing up. So I've always really got into building things and fixing cars and such. And I always knew I was going to be some sort of engineer. So I studied engineering in college. I actually became a biomedical engineer after college.
Wow.
Yeah, I have 3 inventions, 2 patents. I worked on surgical tools.
And he's book smart. Love it.
Yeah.
right?
So I was pretty into the engineering game. Before biomedical, I was a petroleum engineer. I designed oil rigs. So I kind of always thought of the world very critically, if that makes sense, because engineers have to think plan A, B, C, D, E, F, G. But I always knew that I had a dance background before that, and I DJed since I was 13. So I always had this creative side that wasn't itched correctly, because the engineering world is just so numbers and documents. So during engineering, I took more gigs, and I was like, you know what, this is my weekend and this is my week. And it still didn't really fulfill that itch for me. So I got into entrepreneurship, my first business was Academy of DJs. And why I built that business was, it's actually a little bit deeper. I'm an immigrant of Vietnamese parents. And, you know, when I was 18 years old, I asked my dad, like, he's the only one here. So all my dad's family is back in Vietnam. And I was like, hey, like, where's like grandpa? Like, I don't know any of my dad's side of my family. And like, who is this guy that I call my uncle that like you adore so much? And he's like, okay, well, I'm going to tell you the truth. I was sponsored over by your uncle, but I didn't know him. I was drafted into the Vietnam War, and he knew he was going to die because he was in the front lines of the war. So instead of going to the war, he took a boat in the middle of the night and went to the nearest island, which is the Philippines. And there was just Vietnamese refugees in the Philippines, and he was just like homeless on the beach, kind of picking up scraps. And he got a letter that he got sponsored to America, and by a random guy. And I never knew it was a random guy, but since I heard that story, I've always felt like ever grateful of people who are philanthropists. So this guy kind of claimed him as his nephew, claimed a bunch of guys as his nephew from the refugees in the Philippines, took him over, taught him English, gave him a career. My dad became a mechanic, met my mom here in California, and then I came to be. But in any case, I felt like indebted to that story or my uncle. Not like to him specifically, but to like pay it forward, if that makes sense. So I've always been into philanthropy. I was in a community service organization in college, but I felt like the closest thing for me to change other people's lives was through music, because I was very well versed in DJing at that point. So I did start Academy with that in mind, to be as like my philanthropist side / entrepreneurial side. Luckily, I was in touch with the homies at Nabiscus that could let us borrow their warehouse space, and it kind of organically just snowballed since then. But the pillar still reigns true on the philanthropy side. And when I see people's lives, even like trajectorily change a couple degrees, I feel that debt of mine is chipping away of, why I'm here today.
Wow. Okay, deal.
That's Academy.
No, I figured. No, that was really deep.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Thank
sharing
you.
that. I didn't know that about you.
I don't really tell that story often.
Well, thank you for sharing that here. We are spinning and spilling and all that.
Yeah.
So this is the perfect place to do it, I feel.
Yeah.
So thank you for that. Yeah. And I was gonna say, between like DJing, running clubs and mentoring, teaching, like I was gonna ask, like, what gives you most fulfillment? But it sounds like chipping away at like the debt to everything you've been through. So that's like really powerful, and I feel like a lot of people can like learn and like take something from that. Like, don't just be out here doing shit just to do it and get clout.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I have an anecdotal story on that too.
Oh, go ahead.
A homie of mine that I grew up with in Hawthorne. Yeah. He's my age, but he recently got cancer. He recently got a really rare form of cancer in his neck. And if you're watching this, you know who you are. And I was just having lunch with him a couple weeks ago, and we're chopping about life and like, yo, like what happened to us, like what the hell, how do we get here, and he was doing pretty well for himself before. He moved to, I think, Tennessee, built his own house, has a chicken coop. He worked for Tyson, like he was making a ton of money just like cycling through chicken.
That's
like,
wow.
Yeah, he was manufacturing chicken. Any case, he was making a ton of money, just got married, perfect like white picket house fence, big acre farm.
Wow.
And he moved back to California because of the cancer and such. And I was just talking about him like, yo, he was just like, DHO, like nothing matters, bro. We were like also like really into cars, and we were like collecting Lambos and all these nice cars. And he's like, bro, nothing matters. Like now that like I'm going through cancer and such, like all that stuff didn't matter to me. All the money, all the cars, all the like accolades, like at the end of the day, like what is it? It's nothing. And I came to a realization, like, a lot of people are chasing goals. Like, I want to get this car, I want to get this house, I want to get X amount of money. And I think what I realized, what I've been doing actually, is I'm just chasing purpose. Like, what's the purpose of what I'm doing? If you're, making money and doing all these things, getting cars and stuff from it, it's great, right? But I think you'll never be fulfilled unless you chase a purpose, right? And my purpose, I think, is to create just change, right? I think that through my upbringing and through like what I crave is just being impactful and creating change. And I think that, I forgot the original question, but as long as I create change, I'm pretty happy about it.
Oh, you are definitely making an impactful change. I will say that.
Thank you. I still feel like it's not enough, but
hey, listen, we never feel like it's not enough. I feel like anything we do, we always feel like we can be doing a lot more, right?
Yeah.
So with that being said, like you're retired now from running clubs. So what's next for you?
Yeah, I mean, I think I've set a goal to not work. So I think I'm so used to the go mentality, and I think culturally, everyone's like, wait, you're not working, like you're not hustling. Like I think you got to unlearn that a little bit. So right now is actually I'm climbing down the ladder. I'm climbing down the ego. I'm climbing down the ladder, just realizing what it is to be human, realizing like fixing some relationships, growing some relationships, like fine-tuning the purpose. And I think like even for me, like what's next is not a question. I'm just unlearning a lot of things.
I love that. I feel like, as we get older in life, like we spend so much time unlearning.
Yeah.
Like, especially like once I hit my 30s, I felt like I spent this whole time, the short time I've had in my 30s so far, unlearning everything from my 20s.
Yeah. But the thing is, you don't know what to unlearn until you get there.
That's true.
You don't know what you want until you go too far. And that's just
true.
part of life.
That's true.
You have to make the money to realize you don't want the money. You can't be poor and be like, hey, I don't want the money anyways. You know what I mean?
Right,
like,
because of course you don't want the money.
Exactly. So you have to like, it's almost a part of life to like overshoot and come back. You know what I mean? So right now I'm on the way back, I think.
Okay. Yeah. It's like a full circle kind of thing.
Would you say it's healing?
Yeah. I would say it's like it's fixing some traumas of mine. I think when I was younger, I was doing things a lot to like prove my worth in the world. Like, yeah, I'm worth it, like because I have this and I do this. And I think the older you get, you realize like, oh yeah, that was just noise.
Yeah. No, for sure. I thank you for that.
Yeah,
so
of course.
It's gonna help us segue into our next segment called Spill It.
Great.
Okay, so this is just honest, unfiltered things that we're just gonna ask, and you just shoot back at us.
Okay.
So what's a gig you will never forget for good or bad reason?
Oh, interesting. Okay, a few come to my mind.
Okay.
I'll do both good and bad. So good, I just did like recently a set in Bali where it was just incredible because I went for my friend's bachelor and bachelorette party.
Yeah.
So like really good friends were there. It was a really fun set. So that's something that was like a highlight recently. And a bad, one time I got tricked into DJing Thunder Down Under.
Huh?
Yeah, so it's like a male strip club thing. And I was the opening set for a club called Level 3. This is Hollywood Highland.
Oh my God, I remember Level 3.
Yeah,
From
yeah.
oh my God.
It was a long time ago. Yeah.
This was in Hollywood?
Huh?
This was in Hollywood?
Yeah, Hollywood
Yeah.
Highland.
Oh,
It's
wow.
the mall.
Yeah.
There was it's Dave and Buster's now, but it used to be called Level 3 nightclub.
Oh, what a time.
Yeah, and
Oh my
then I was the opening DJ, and they told me to come a little early, so came an hour early, like 8:00, and Thunder Down Under was still going on before. They're like, so I had to like transition the show,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh my gosh,
How did I get here?
Yeah, how did I get here, dude? But yeah, that was an interesting bad. I mean, it's not even that bad.
The
but it was
person
just
that
fun.
booked you, did you give him shit for it?
No,
Oh.
I was just like, okay, this is just what it is.
I love it. So, like, what would you say has been like your biggest oh shit moment while either DJing or running a business, and how did you recover?
Oh, okay, yeah, I have a few.
Okay.
Mostly business. I had a club in San Francisco called Arena SF, and it was an old building. The building was built in like 1960s.
Yeah.
And during service on a Friday or Saturday night, I forget what day it was, there was a main pipe burst down in the basement. Like the main water pipe.
Ooh.
And I had water to my knees, like at least a foot of water in the basement, and people are dancing above me, like it was
my
like a
God.
show above me, and I'm like drunk, like this is at midnight. Yeah. So I'm like, oh man, be sober, be sober. And I'm like, yeah, and I'm like I don't know what to do. It's like cartoon-ish almost, like there's a huge water leak coming out of the main pipe. Yeah, and no plumbers open at midnight, so I forget what I did, but I think I just like wrapped it up and like bandaged it for the night. But like, it was like a oh shit moment for sure. Yeah.
Going through all that and then being drunk at the same time is actually crazy.
Yeah, it was tough. I mean, I could think of 4 or 5 more of those things off the top of my head. That's like. For another time at Arena K-Town, there was a really big notable DJ. He's actually, I mean, I don't want to say his name because I don't want to blast him out there. But a big notable DJ came, and he just wanted to check it out because he was a friend of someone I booked, and I was like, like, oh shit, this guy's here. And then there was a fight, and someone threw a Jameson bottle and cracked him in the head.
Ooh.
Yeah, and he was bald, so like you could see his skull. And he was bleeding. We were like, oh crap. And then we brought a bunch of towels from the kitchen, like held it, and he was like about to faint. And I'm like, oh dude, you're good. I like took him downstairs to the basement. On the way out, called him an ambulance. We ended up like settling for that, but that was it. That was a big one. And it was like, of course the guy. You know what I mean?
Like that
couldn't
would
be a
happen to
regular
you.
patron, but of course the guy.
But
yeah.
to him,
Yeah.
and he would be bald.
Yeah, and of course he's
Did
bald.
you ever find out who did that? Who threw the bottle?
Just like two disgruntled. What happened was, I think it was two like rival gangs that had bottle service, and they were just like beefing at each other.
Damn, it was one of those kind of nights.
Yeah.
I mean, Arena K-Town used to go up.
It went
I've had
up.
some times.
It went up for sure.
There,
Yeah.
on and off the stage.
Yeah,
Good
yeah, yeah.
times. So, have you ever had like any DJ beef as your time?
I mean, I think one-sided. Yeah, I think that there's a lot of people who, like, think I've done them wrong, but I've just done them how anyone would have treated them in that particular situation, and I've had a lot of one-sided beef in my day, and I typically don't return the favor, but I'm ready to go. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like
Sure.
if someone wants to take it that far.
Right.
But usually it's like a one-sided beef that I hear from the rumor mill. If that makes
like
sense.
it doesn't really like comes.
It doesn't come
to
directly
you.
from the source, but if it wants to go there, I'm petty enough to go there.
Oh, we know.
Yeah.
We know DHO petty.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why it never came directly to you because they know
Yeah,
you're petty.
I think in this industry you have to be, as in like, especially where I was in terms of like being such a public face, and having so many people like, I don't want to say under me, but like taught by me / like booked by me / like just managed. If you don't have like some sort of like, I don't want to say ego, but if you don't have some sort of like, oh, he'll clap back, like people will do it all the time.
Yeah.
So it's almost like a defense mechanism to be so.
That's fair. I mean, so what would you say is a big misconception people have about like you or just nightlife in general?
I'm not sure. That's a good question. Misconception.
Yeah.
To be honest, I don't know. Maybe you could tell me.
You know what? People think you're scary. At least the people in Academy.
Yeah.
They think you're really scary and they can't approach you and stuff like that. But then, but I think it's because like when we're newer, we're like, oh my God, it's big man DHO. Like,
Yeah.
fuck, like we're gonna get an F on our fucking grades. I don't know.
I think
Whatever
it's natural though. I think it's natural to be scared of like the person, the director. But
Yeah.
I mean, if you talk to me, I'm not scary at all. I don't think.
I mean, yeah, no, not at all.
Yeah.
Like you're a really cool, chill guy. Unless
Yeah.
you want to be petty. You know, that's a different story. But we don't get on that side.
Yeah.
So like, what is like one of the biggest lessons nightlife has taught you?
Trust nobody.
Oh,
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I trust everyone minorly. Like I'll like trust you, but I will always have one eye. Like, yeah, I've had a lot of people steal from me.
I was about to say,
Yeah.
I was like does that come from something? But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I used to be very trustful, but I think throughout the times, and I think you don't see it until you get to like a level of like option of greed, if that makes sense. Like regular day-to-day life, we don't have too many options of greed. Like I can't like just steal from you, you know what I mean?
Right.
Or I can like maybe like do like unfriendly things, but there's not like bunch of money in your face.
Right.
And in the nightlife industry, there's a lot of cash, and people who you think you trust, are very easily tempted. So I think human greed or human emotions of greed comes out pretty easily, and you see that, and you have more intuition about it as you grow into that business.
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you would think it happens, like you said, like it's a lot of cash involved.
Yeah,
Like people
I've seen people so many ways of stealing.
Ugh, that's ugly. I'm
It's
sorry
okay.
that you're so jaded right now.
I'm not jaded.
I
It's
know.
just I think it's an intuition of how people move.
No, that's smart. You have to
Yeah.
protect yourself at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Just like how we have to protect ourselves as like DJs, you know what I
Exactly.
mean? Like, gotta be on your P's and Q's.
For sure.
So, what is the craziest thing someone's asked you to do for exposure?
Okay, so luckily I'm not a girl, and I feel like that's more of a like, I feel like girls get taken advantage of in that sense. Like look pretty for me. You know what I mean? Like, luckily, I don't go through that too often. And I think something that I am very lucky of is I went through my journey in a very natural way because I was so young, like 13 through 18. No one's like asking for exposure because I'm asking for exposure. You know, like I don't need money. You know what I mean? Like, let me DJ your fucking 16th birthday. So a lot of my first gigs were free, like probably years and years and years. So luckily, I was able to like progress through it naturally. I think if you come into this day and age and you're a little older, like, yeah, you got to pay your bills or like you have so much competition. So it's not as natural anymore. And I think naturally, I will say I got lucky by going through what I went through during my time.
Okay. And then, like, question for both of you, actually. What do you guys feel like is, like, the most toxic thing about the scene right now?
I'll let T answer first.
I'd have to think about that one. The most toxic thing going on in this.
Just think of DJ threads. I'm sure you can think of something.
I think everyone has an opinion. And it's, I think before, obviously everyone has an opinion, but only the top dog's opinions mattered. You were a little mentee and you carried records. You know, your opinions kept in your head. But I think now everyone, not to put voices down, but I feel like everyone has an opinion, and through social media and through platforms, it's so easy to blow up with your opinion, even though you don't merit that opinion. So I do think that's a little toxic with people who have such strong opinions that don't have these stripes for those opinions. Yeah.
No, that's smart.
I agree. People are very opinionated and don't definitely have the stripes too. I'm trying to. I can't think of anything toxic right now.
That's fine. That means you're living a positive mindset. Love that for you. Go ahead.
I feel like I just block out outside noise. If I have an issue with someone or heard something, I'll directly go to them and be like, hey, like, do you have a minute to chat? Like, something was brought to my attention. I just want to get clarity and clear the air and like hear you out where you're coming from. I want you to hear my side and like let's find common ground or a solution to this.
Yeah,
that's very mature of you.
Right. I was gonna say, I feel like one of the biggest toxic things right now is social media has just made it very comfortable for people to be mean to each other, like within this industry or just like in general, but like even just within the industry, because it's so small. The more people you meet, it's just like, why are y'all talking like that to each other about each other? It's very ugly.
Yeah,
like everyone's just okay with it.
Yeah,
like
I'm not okay with it. Like, the number of probably at least 10 times a week, I'm like putting people in their place and like getting them to be accountable.
Does that
and
get
like
tiring for you?
It's fucking exhausting.
All right, we'll turn this into your interview. Tell me how you really feel.
And then it's like they ask for my advice, they want my input, and then they don't do anything.
Right.
They just let it sit.
They're asking for validation of their own opinion.
But they'll never get that validation from me. I'll always give them like the truth.
Right.
And like what's fair and what's like balance it.
Right.
Yeah. Like I always see things like objectively. I'm very non-judgmental. Like, I don't think I'm being a good friend if I'm not being honest with you. Right. And even if they don't agree with my honesty, at least I've planted a seed and they'll just keep learning that lesson until later down the line, be like, you know what? You were right the whole time. And I was too stubborn to hear you out and listen.
And that's why I love you so much, because you keep it real at all times, T.
Yeah.
We love that. We need more of that.
Thank you.
None of this sugarcoating shit. So my next question for you, last question of this segment.
Okay.
So what's the craziest after party story that you're allowed to tell? Or even
oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm sure you have a lot of them, given the things that you've seen.
The way your eyes are.
I'm having flashbacks.
He has PTSD right now.
So I've been to obviously the LA after parties of like the EDM scene, but what pops up to mind is actually the San Jose warehouse afters. It's it's something out of this world, honestly. And there's one I went to in Oakland that I swear to God I was gonna get shot in. Like,
was it called the End Up, or was one of them called?
So those are venues. So what they do in the Bay Area, their version of afters is they rent out warehouses, similar to what we do here. But they're like nail salons. They're like businesses by day. Yeah.
Oh.
And they like run it as like illegal strip clubs. Yeah, it's
Damn.
crazy.
What?
Yeah, it's I don't even know why I'm there. Like I'm like dude,
Oh, you know why.
Yeah, there's no
Oh, why
dude,
am I
I'm
there?
like
How did I
totally
get
there
here?
against my will.
Oh
dude.
my god! I tripped and fell in the strip club.
Yeah,
Wait,
just
what?
like rolled over and like I was there. But in any case, I think when I was I'm not from the Bay, but like when I was starting to build my businesses in the Bay, I really put attention into networking and like meeting the DJs out there, meeting the like promoters out there and such. And they would always go to these afters, and they actually call it undergrounds there. So these undergrounds, they start at 2 a.m. and they go till 6 a.m. and it's just like low key like illegal strip clubs, and there's no security guards, like, and it's just like a slew of like just like danger.
And it's all word of mouth.
Yeah, only word of mouth, and there's like a secret door, and it's like there's no like LA afters. It's like a community. Like everyone's dancing is fun. It's cool. People are some on drugs. No, this is like there's like gangsters here. You know
So
what
they
I
don't
mean?
send like a text blast letting
No,
people know.
no, it's like
it's different.
Yeah, it's like fist bump at the door. Like okay, So I don't go to those anymore, fortunately. But I've gone to a few back in my like heyday of the Bay Area, and I was always scared of like. In my head, I'm like, I have too much to live for. Why am I here? Like, dude, like I swear I could have been murdered in any of those.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're here to tell the tale.
Yeah.
I'm glad you didn't get shot at the
thanks.
dangerous illegal strip club.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna move on to our next segment called Current Spin. If you want to take it away.
Oh,
T.
yes. What are you currently bumping right now? Whether it's a track, an album,
Or a genre.
yeah.
Okay, so as I said before, I'm like really tired of the like general club music here in SoCal. I'm starting to explore a little bit more into like the Southeast Asia like nightlife.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm DJing in Thailand next month as well as Vietnam.
Ooh.
And they're really into like global beats there a little bit more. They're into Afro house and like more like ballet and like and I feel like the music scene in Asia is really taking off. Whereas the music scene here, it's good, but I feel like it's still stagnant, maybe because I'm in it.
No, I think it is too.
Yeah,
for
and
sure.
I think one thing about Southeast Asia is people really enjoy music for what it is. I think here it's been marketed so hard that people are at the club just to be there and not to like dance like no one's watching. Whereas if you kind of go to Asia and you see the clubs there, people are like there to be there, and they're like hitting every beat of like a baile song. I'm like, how do you even do that? Like there's so many beats there, but they love it there. So that's something that I'm like really trying to lean into a little bit more, and I'm enjoying that.
I saw on Instagram or TikTok, and it looked like a club in China, but it was like 300 people on spin cycles, and they're like, it's like a crazy rave. They have the smoke cannons, the confetti, and everyone's just on their bikes cycling on beat to the song. And they have an MC and it was insane.
I think I think you sent me that video. Yeah.
I'm like,
it was sick.
Something that because a little anecdotal, like when I was in Bali, I spun at a place called Atlas Super Club, and it was a huge nightclub. And when you go to a club here in California, you have one VJ, maybe you have a lighting tech, and you have like maybe like a GM. You have 3 people running the whole club. That place, like there was like, I swear to God, like 6 or 7 lighting techs, and they're like studying my set, and they're like, oh, can you send it to me before? I just want to study it. And they like picked me up from my hotel for Soundcheck, and they're like, oh, we're gonna listen to it real quick. They're so into it, and I think it's because they don't take it for granted like we do over here. Everyone here is chasing a bag. They're trying to be rich, XYZ. I think over in Southeast Asia, it's just such a like passionate thing still, or like upgrowing passionate thing. You could tell these like production people like low-key lived at the venue. Like,
Wow.
Yeah, they were just like chilling in the back in the break room, like eating. You know what I mean? Like you could tell they were there all day until the nighttime.
They got love for the
Wow.
game.
Yeah,
that's why.
I just like a little bit re-inspired by like, oh wow, like this is like people who really want to do it, rather
Yeah.
than like this disgruntled sound guy walking to the venue like,
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. You don't
turn down your music. You know what I mean? So, I do think that was
Yeah.
a little refreshing to me.
Okay, that was
Yeah.
dope.
Love that.
So, speaking of love for the game, and if you've been
Yeah.
watching episodes, you probably know what I'm about to say. You know, if you go to bpmsupreme.com and you're a DJ, go ahead and use our code SPINSPIL25 to get 25% off of your subscription, okay? Because if you got love for the game, that means you have love for music. So go ahead, do the thing, make a subscription, save some money. All right,
Sure.
so we're going to get right into the last segment for
Okay,
you, okay?
let's do it.
And it's called Afterparty.
Okay,
Now, this is basically, you know, just quick little lightning round of things,
sure,
okay?
let's do it.
So if you could tell yourself, your younger self, one thing before your first gig, what would it be?
I was 13 years old.
I know. What would you tell a young 13-year-old sneaking out the house?
You know, yeah, something that I never would have imagined is music being so integral in my life. I think music has gotten me so far, not in like sure, I was a DJ for a long time, but just music has gotten me so far in terms of like the people I hang out with, the culture that I'm in, and things I enjoy about life. And now I'm traveling because of music. So it's like I never would have thought that was gonna be kind of like the North Star of my life. So
Well, I'm glad you
that'd be
found
cool
your
to
North
know, like, as a 13-year-old. Yeah,
No, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's just crazy how it all kind of plays out.
absolutely.
Like,
Yeah.
when you look back and you're just like, damn, like,
Yeah.
that one thing I did back then led
Yeah.
me to who I am today,
Right.
how I am today,
Right.
who I'm with. Like, crazy
Yeah,
work.
It's insane.
Yeah. So, what's the best piece of advice that you've ever received or gotten, like, regarding life?
Oh, interesting. I'm so used to giving advice.
I know, right?
Received. You know, I think that I'm gonna kind of take it back to my homie that had cancer. We really just like came up with this together, but like purpose beats goals all day. You know, live with purpose and fight for that purpose all the time, and the goals just come along the way.
Damn.
Yeah.
I like that. I feel like if you're watching this, remember that. Because honestly, you get so caught up.
Yeah.
Like, again, what we were saying, like, caught up in the goals and
Yeah.
the, I'm not doing enough and I'm not putting out enough content, the music
Right.
and this and that. You're always finding reasons to why you're not doing enough of
Yeah.
something. But, like, just step back in your purpose
Exactly.
and you will find peace.
Yeah. And if you're goal oriented, you're never gonna be happy
That's me.
because you're always gonna chase the next stepping
That's
stone, right?
me. Like, and then you get to a point where people come up to you like, "Oh, you're killing it! Like, you're doing like
No, I'm
great
not.
things," and
Yeah.
you're just like, "Emma, you know what? I did do that thing. You know
Oh
what?
yeah.
Okay, all right. Let me take a step back
Right.
and pat myself on the shoulder for like
Right.
10 seconds, and then I get back to the goals." But yeah, no, I agree with
Yeah.
that for sure. So, what's one non-music thing currently that's inspiring you?
Oh
Some good questions, huh?
yeah, it's a great question, and I have to like dig deep into my mental right now. Non-music related. My friend just had a baby.
Oh.
Yeah. Second baby. Shout out Mel and Justin. And I think just watching them going through their family journey has been really inspiring me to like maybe not start a family of my own right now, but like I just find it inspiring for them to be such great parents of friends I used to party with. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
dude, I used to turn up with y'all. Like,
Ain't that crazy?
yeah. But
Like
you guys are such
watching-
great parents now, you know, and I enjoy that.
That's-
It's inspiring
yeah.
in a different way for me. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's wild watching like your homies that used to get just trashed with
Yeah, like,
have kids.
Wasn't
And
I
you're like,
just
Doing
yeah.
wholesome shit.
Yeah.
Right, like-
you guys are going to the park. Like, whoa.
Like, freaking Disneyland,
Disneyland,
what?
wow.
You
Without
see the
alcohol?
sun?
Yeah, like,
Since
Disney-
when?
Right, it's crazy. So, last question for this segment: what's the hardest part about being a club owner that nobody talks about?
It's not as glorifying as you think. I think a lot of people think club owning is just so cool and you're the man, XYZ. It's so much work.
Yeah.
And then the lawsuits that come with it is crazy.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm in like 5 active lawsuits right now. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, this is normal though. Like I've been in
Oh.
lawsuits for the last 8 years. And I don't like air it out to the world because I'm
Right.
not like, oh, woe was me, I'm in lawsuits. But you know, people are consistently suing because I think in in any world, people will always. Have you heard of the crab mentality? It's
Yep.
like that. If you see someone above you, you're gonna want to claw them down.
Yeah.
If you see someone more successful than you, you're gonna sue them because you slipped and fell in their bathroom. You know, and I think people are always clawing their way to equilibrium, and
Yeah.
it's your world. If you're here to like continue to like hold on to that position, and I think that's the hardest part. Because once people root for you until you become successful, and then people want to bring you down. And I think when I felt that shift, like oh, people don't care anymore.
Yeah.
That's when it got really hard.
Did it ever feel like the people around you didn't want to see you win?
Oh, all the time. After year 1,
Damn.
year 1 to year 7, yeah.
So it gets lonely, I'm assuming.
Oh, absolutely. I don't complain about it because I think I'm very fortunate to even go through it. But I see how it is. I think that once you become successful, people start rooting for you, and then they start gunning for your spot. And I've felt that over and over and over. And I think that's the hardest part, to be honest. Just like realizing people don't care anymore. You know, like people, they used to care. They used to care when you were like, oh, I'm starting this, support me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then after that, it's like, how can I mooch off you? How can I like take a little skim off you? Or how can I equalize to get here? And lawsuits are one of those things too.
I didn't know like that was one of the ways people were just like, you know, screw this guy.
Oh yeah,
Sue.
I've been sued through a lot of my employees that I've provided so much for.
You ever
How-
been sued? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
No, sorry. You can finish.
Oh no, I was gonna say, have you ever been sued by a DJ?
No.
Okay.
But I'm in a active lawsuit from a bottle service pro right now. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. How do
Because
you?
DJs are 1099, so it's hard to sue. It's because you're a
Yeah.
contractor.
Right.
It's like a plumber suing you. But W-2 is different because you have like labor laws and such. Yeah.
Gotcha.
How do you cope and emotionally like manage all of these
Yeah.
things? And
I don't. As in, like, I don't emotionally, like, everything is so a little numb to me, if that makes sense. Like, because you can't emotionally process all of it at the same time because you'll never move on.
Yeah.
So I take things at face value, like, okay, that happened. Like,
Yeah.
what can we do about it? So I've taken things at face value for a long time at this point. I think maybe it's not good, but that's just the way I compartmentalize. Like,
so what I'm hearing you say is you treat all events as neutral and
Yeah.
then just adjust and move forward accordingly.
yeah.
Gotcha.
You
I
don't
think-
carry it on your back.
Yeah, I don't carry anything. Oh, I mean, there's some things that like keep me up at night sometimes, but like, you'll never move. Like if you try to become like, I don't want to say successful, but you try to become like a figure, you're gonna be consistently bombarded with issues. And I think if you consistently try to like emotionally process everything, you're gonna be too slow to win. So you have to like low key like become numb. Yeah.
Well, I will take that advice.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I feel like I carry not everything as much anymore, but I definitely carry some things that
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, on the flip side, like, I'm like this, like, at one point I was just this numb dude, you know, like, can't feel nothing, you know? So,
Yeah.
you know, it's unlearning for me too. You know?
Hey, like you said, unlearning
Yeah.
everything. Speaking of, unlearning and
Yeah.
not holding things emotionally,
Right.
I probably need to emotionally unheal or heal
Yeah.
from looking at, the DJ threads.
Yeah.
So I want to jump right into
Sure,
that. We
let's do
have
it.
a DJ thread we would like to share.
Oh,
Yeah, we do that sometimes. Yeah.
okay. Are you going to say who posted it?
Well, this is by the homegirl. She will not be named.
Okay, but we
But-
already know it's a girl. Okay.
Yes.
It's narrowed down.
Barely, but yes. Since there are so many DJs now, ...
Uh-huh.
we must be honest and tell them when they suck.
Okay.
And I'm not talking about minor slip-ups or if one transition didn't go as planned. I'm talking they mix out a key, most of their transitions are trash, they mix at the wrong part of the song, trash mashups, blending genres that don't make sense for the hell of it. Thoughts?
How do you feel about
My
that
gosh.
one?
The younger me would totally agree. Now that I'm a little older, I kind of take it as like market correction, as in if you have a really bad restaurant, you're gonna go out of business eventually. Am I gonna be that customer that goes on Yelp and complains? Probably not.
Right.
I'm just gonna be like, you know what, they're not gonna last. So I take it at like free market correction. Like, yeah, they're not good. I do get a little like frustrated when they're obviously not good and they're like at statures or in places that you have to jump through like certain loops to get to already. But I still believe in like free market correction, like it's gonna correct itself. There's no way that's gonna last. So, but if it does last, then I have a wrong view of the market, right? Like as in like, you know, maybe they got something that I don't. Maybe they have a look and a feel, or they're really good at marketing. So, in my like kind of like unbothered opinion, like yeah, it's unfortunate. Like people aren't as not as good, but like people that aren't good at getting places. But I just think it's a free market. People are getting places because they're getting places somehow.
I think the same way as you.
Yeah.
Agreed. Like
Yeah.
they got something.
I
That's right.
always see like, oh yeah, they're not good, but they're good at other things.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Like
100%.
I can tell.
That's,
Yeah.
And then it's like I can't knock it. They're
Yeah.
doing the damn thing.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I think Dave's Hot Chicken's not good, but they have so many restaurants.
Not Dave's catching a stray.
Sorry, Dave's Hot Chicken, but I don't think it's good. I think it's a little dry. I don't think the flavor profile is that great. But they have like $1 billion evaluation. They
Yeah.
have like 400 restaurants.
Damn.
And they just sold for $1 billion, and I'm just like,
That's crazy.
oh, you did something right. I can't
Yeah.
knock it. You know,
And they're
you did
opening
some-
more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So so some things you can't agree with, but they did it.
Yeah.
Hey, and speaking of doing, we are here doing this. So
Yeah.
we want to thank you so much,
Of
DHO,
course.
for coming on our show and gracing
Thank
your presence
you.
and really dropping some gems, some knowledge. Like I really feel like I took a lot.
Oh,
from
really?
what oh yeah, for
Oh,
sure.
thank you.
And I learned some things I didn't know about you before.
Appreciate it.
Yeah,
So,
me too.
Yeah, thank you so much for
Of
doing
course.
that.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. And thank you guys so much for tuning into episode 4, season 2 of Spin and Spill podcast. I'm your host, Jay Nikolé.
And I'm your co-host, Lady T.
And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and ding the notification bell down below so you can get notified whenever we post new videos. Till next time.
Bye.
Thank you. Peace.